if you're a coaching client of Drive Reach Gain, or you are on my personal real estate team, then these monthly business strategy and monthly mindset calls, we provide these for you, or I provide these for you as a part of your individual coaching, and also as a benefit of being on our team. So today, the business strategy call is going to be about building your personal brand online. We all know that building your personal brand online is one of the most important things that you can do in this online real estate market. Just so you know, the statistics are that 80% of buyers find their house online. So understand that if you're not building your personal brand online, if you don't stand out from the crowd online, if you don't have some differentiating factor online, then you're just part of the noise. You're part of all the things that even you see on a daily basis that you scroll right past. So part of being an agent in this market, part of being a real estate professional in this day and age, you've got to have a strong online brand, not just a presence, but an online brand. And so today, we're going to take this entire time, this business strategy call is going to be about building your personal brand online, and how to and showing you some things, some tricks, some tools, and some tactics to help you stand out in a crowded market. Because obviously, there's lots of noise online, and with you creating your personal brand identity, with you creating a singular and a differentiating standout brand online, it's going to allow you not only to get more business, because you're going to attract the people that are attracted to you, but you're also going to stand out among your sphere of influence. You're going to stand out different among the people that may or may not know you as being a real estate agent. They may or may not remember you as being a real estate agent, and then also having to fight through all of the 6 or 7 other people that they have that are also real estate agents that are friends of theirs. So we're gonna talk today about creating a professional website, about how to utilize your IDX integrations. We're going to talk about developing engaging, high quality visuals, interactive presentations, using platforms that you have at your disposal, things like this, like Zoom, or maybe like Loom, where it allows you to do some first time home buyer presentations, some move down presentations, some move up presentations, but allows you to it's called in the marketing industry one to many. So you're able to do a presentation to many. So instead of doing in the old days, a buyer presentation at or having a buyer workshop, or having people come out to see you, you're actually going to them. Okay. We'll talk about developing engaging, high quality visuals, interactive presentations. I just said that. Talk about your social media strategies for your brand building, for building your personal brand, and also accentuating your ability to tell stories. And then we're also going to talk about your consistency with your online brand presence. So, why personal branding matters? Obviously, brands matter, right? If I say Coke, you know what Coke is. If I say Uber, you know what Uber is. If I say Google, you know what Google is. Remember, all of these things started from unknowns. Airbnb, I remember the first time I heard about Airbnb, it was 2013-ish, maybe 2014-ish, when I first heard about someone going and using an Airbnb and sleeping on somebody's couch in an Airbnb. And I thought it was the craziest thing I'd ever heard. But now, when I talk about Airbnb, you know exactly what it is. And probably most of you use Airbnb when you go to a new place or a new location, you're going on vacation or spring break or whatever, you will look at Airbnb to try to find a place to live. So understand, everything starts at an unknown. And you are starting at an unknown. If you're a new agent, if you are an agent who's rebuilding, if you're a new or an agent who's not really put a lot of time and attention into building a strong online brand presence, you are virtually unknown. And that's just the reality of it. So so I want you to think about this, and think about the differentiator. I talk about this all the time in coaching, and you're going to hear me say this to you if you're in my coaching. You're going to hear me say this a lot. 90% of the agents do 90% of the same thing. Look at your social media feeds, and 90% of the agents do 90% of the same things. The agents who have the enormous followings have learned how to tell stories. They've learned how to differentiate themselves. They've learned how to let you see into other parts of their lives, not just real estate. They're allowing you to see other parts of their personality so that they then connect to you. And that's the purpose of an online brand presence. I mean, think about people like Linda Baker. There's a girl that I've been watching up in Michigan forever, and she's got an Instagram account that she's got probably 20,000 followers now. But I remember seeing her when she first started in this business, starting as a brand new agent, and she's built an enormous following by being different, by telling stories, by letting you see other parts of her life. She has built an entire brand around who she is. Okay. So some quick case studies. If I were to share with you, I would look up Linda Baker. Linda Baker started as a virtual nobody, but Linda Baker found something that a niche. She found something that she was going to start with, and she built on it. And she would tell stories. She would share little anecdotes. She would share things that happen in transactions. She would be funny from time to time. And now I think Coldwell Banker paid her $300,000 to come join Coldwell Banker because of her online brand presence, because of what she built. And Lindsay, and I wish I could remember her name, but she's on Instagram, and if you'll remind me, well, I won't share it with you, but those are just two case studies that you can see. I know another agent down in Georgia named Terry Tarver. She's built a 20,000 follower Instagram account because she has built an online brand presence. It's not just about holding a key with your new client. It's not just about sitting in a title company and saying, I just closed this deal. They have taken a dedicated approach to building an online brand presence. Okay. So let's start here. Let's talk about your digital HQ. Okay. Your digital headquarters online. Your digital headquarters online is your personal website. Okay. Now I know when we hear websites, we understand what websites are, we understand what websites do, but are you fully actualizing? Are you fully using that website to its fullest potential? Because the reality of the situation is this: if you think that just putting a website out is going to be enough to drive traffic to you, if you think that building a nice website and putting all that time and attention into building a nice website is going to be enough, you're wrong. It's the same as taking a dropper of water and dropping this droplet of water into the ocean and then trying to find that same drop of water. Your website gets drowned out with every other website that's out there on the market, every other website that's on the internet. Your website is getting drowned out. But so keep in mind, your website is your 24/7 open house. Your website, utilized correctly, is a 24/7 businesses open way for prospects, clients, interested parties to get in touch with you, to see your value, to see what you offer, to see what your expertise is, to see what value you can bring them in purchasing and or selling their home. So your website has to be top notch. You have to take the time, and if you can't do it because it's too technically advanced or you don't know how to do it, then spend a little bit of money, $5, $7 an hour, find you a virtual assistant who can help you with your website, help you market your website, help you with blog posts, help you with your positioning on SEO, help you with how it's indexed, helping you how you get seen online. Okay? So I'm going to share with you my website. So let's share a screen here. So I'm going to share a screen right now. My website. So this is my website. This is Selling the Lake Country. This is my website. Okay. So if you look at this website, the first thing you see is a picture of Nashville. So this first picture that you see, right? And I'm not even saying this is perfect. I promise you, my website is not as fantastic as I would like it to be. If you look at some really great, I'm going to show you a really cool website. Let me show you this one. She's a local agent, Erin Kruger. So she's a local agent here in town, the Erin Kruger team. And I want you to see this website, okay? I'll show you hers. So first thing you see, let our team be your team. Okay, she's inviting you in. And now she's going through this whole video presentation where she's going to show you what her team is about. very high quality, very high class. Everything is very professional. Collaboration, everything that you see here, the team, the faces, you want to work with them. Look how pretty those faces are. You want to go work with them, right? It explains their team, their podcast, the listings that are out there in the market. Okay. Those are all things that a good website does. Now, my website obviously shows you that I'm with Nashville, that I'm in Nashville. Nashville is my focus. Okay. So here's some essential pages on your website. You need to have a home right here. You need to have an about. They need to know about you, your team, what you're all about, how to contact you, any reviews that you have. All of this needs to be in your About Us section. You need to have your services, your seller services, your buying services attached to any lenders, the areas that you work, and market snapshots. This is your services portion, okay? You need to have testimonials. You need to have testimonials. You need to have your reviews here, okay? Now, on your reviews, obviously this is a new website, so they're not there. Most of your websites that you build on these CRMs and most of your websites that you're going to utilize are going to be a part of your CRM, okay, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But you can connect your Google reviews, which I would say needs to be your number one spot to put your reviews between Google and Zillow. Those need to be the two places that you need to ensure as part of your process, as part of what you're doing as a buyer's agent or a listing agent, that you're emphasizing you need their referrals. You are emphasizing you need them to leave you a testimonial. We are in a review-based market. People are going to check your reviews. People are going to check what other people are saying about you. They're going to look at that before they do business with you. So you need to have your testimonials there, okay? Blogs. Blogs are always important, and blogs are important because it allows somebody else, it allows a client, it allows a prospect to see your value, what your expertise is, your personality. Now, I will tell you, writing a blog for most real estate agents is something they're not going to do. So, what you do in today's reality is you use Chat GPT or some AI program to build you a blog. You can put in that chat prompt. I want you to write me a blog post about a certain area, about a certain real estate transaction, or about a certain whatever, about something going on in the market, and it will spit you out a newsletter. And it's not plagiarizing. Okay. You copy and paste that, you put it in a blog post. Here's what I'm going to tell you. The more consistently you post blogs, the more Google's going to index your website. So the more information you have on your website, the more blog posts you put on your website, the more Google sees you as an expert. The more Google sees you as an expert, the higher up on the organic search pages Google is going to place you. So blogs are important. Blogs are important. So have you a blog page, okay? And then you obviously want an easy to use, an easy to find contact page where they can reach out to you. They can give you their information, and this information for this website is going to go directly to my CRM. Okay, so you want to have a contact page there. Now, let's talk about your website and how it functions with an IDX feed. Okay, so IDX stands for Intranet Data Exchange. And think about the IDX this way. The IDX is the pipeline from the MLS to your website. So when you see my website and you go to my homepage, and again, for those of you on the team, you're going to have this. For those of you in the coaching, you should have this in some version of a CRM that you, or a platform that you have at whatever company that you're with. So you're going to see featured listings. All of these featured listings are being populated through that pipeline. They're being populated through the IDX feed, okay? With that IDX feed, here's what you need to be doing with your website. You need to be using your website to keep people off of Zillow. Okay? When they go to Zillow, if you've got a prospect that goes to Zillow and they ask for information about a home, they're going to get inundated with 6 or 7 other real estate agents who are paying Zillow to get that information. So you need to, as part of your practice, ensure that anybody that you're working with, your CRM needs to have an app. Your CRM needs to have a very good contact page and a very good IDX feed. It needs to be easy to use and easy for clients and prospects to find properties. Okay. So your job on your website is to keep your prospects and clients off of Zillow, keep them on your website. Okay. One other thing that you can use inside, and this is something that I've just started really paying attention to. Here's a pro tip for you. Use lead magnets. Now, lead magnets are things like this. A home valuation. What's your home worth? Now I can take this page, I can copy this URL right here, and I can paste that into my Facebook page. So I can paste it onto my social feeds. I can paste that into put this link on an Instagram post. I can use this in a lot of different places. And it's what happens is when somebody comes in, they see this post, they see my post, or they see the Instagram post, and they click the link and they put their information in here. This information goes directly to my CRM. Now it collects that information. It then notifies me that I've got somebody that's asked for a home valuation. And people get home valuations for one of two reasons. One, they're just nosy because maybe a neighbor down the street sold their house and they're trying to figure out how much it sold for. Or two, they're thinking about selling. So home valuation is a free tool that you can use to generate leads. You also have neighborhood guides. I can use neighborhood guides, so I can use my areas. I can go to Brentwood, use my Brentwood listings. I can copy and paste this URL into a social media feed, onto my Facebook page, or into an Instagram post where I'm talking about Brentwood. I'm putting it on TikTok. I might do a green screen video, but I'm using this link. This is a lead magnet. Okay. This is a way for you to capture new clients, for you to capture new leads, for you to get leads from the internet. Okay. You can also use these links right here, guys. Put these on your Google My Business page, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But use this to help people find houses from your Google My Business page anytime you can use your Google My Business page or a YouTube video. Google recognizes that. Google recognizes you as an expert. And the more times you do that, the more consistent you are in those efforts, the higher up organically you rate and that you rank on the search. Okay. Now, your assets. I need you to pay attention to what you have. Do you have your homepage set up? Is your homepage expressly representing your brand? Is it the right color code, right color combinations? Is it expressing your personality? Do you have a video of yourself? I'm going to recommend, just like Aaron Kruger's webpage, I would recommend you having a video. I just don't have a new one shot yet. But as soon as I get a new video shot, I'm going to put that video of me on my webpage because, again, the video helps somebody see my personality. The video helps them see who I am outside of just words and outside of just pictures. Those things then come to life. Okay, a picture's worth 1,000 words. A video is worth 200,000 words. Okay, so the video is a huge, huge piece of your strategy. Okay, so at this point, I want you to do a quick audit of your website. I want you to look at your website right now. Take a little bit of time to look at your website. And I want you to do a quick audit of your website because I want you to look at what's missing. I want you to look at maybe what you don't have on your website that you should have on your website. Are your pictures good? Do you have great visuals? Again, are the colors right? Do you have the right branding? Does the branding look good? Is your contact page easy to find? Is it easy to use? Do you have a home valuation tool? Do you have these things on your websites? Okay, so take a couple of minutes, look at your website, and I want you to do a little evaluation of that and make some notes about what's missing. And again, if you need help adding what's missing, I'm really, really, I used to call myself I used to call myself a CRM whore because I've been through every CRM there is. I know most of the CRMs, I know most of the back ends. I can help you with some of it. I'm just not a graphic designer. So if you need somebody to help you with your graphic design to make sure that your website's accurately portraying your brand, okay, then find you somebody, get you a VA, find you an intern, find you a student in high school, someone in community college, someone that can help you build your brand, someone that can help you build your website so that it is accurately expressing who you are as a person and also an agent. Okay. Now, one of the things that I would suggest that you do is I would suggest you use ChatGPT for this and go into ChatGPT and use a prompt kind of like this. From a website builder / designer's perspective, give me a roadmap to the most important features I need to have on my website as a real estate agent. Include things like what should be on my homepage, what graphics should I have, What neighborhood guides and information should I have? Okay. And I want you to make that prompt on Chat GPT, push the button, and it's going to spit out for you what you should do. Step 1 through 10, what you should have in your website. Okay. That's something I need you to do. And you need to do that post haste, like super, super fast, because this is something at night when you're by yourself in the admin, not during a prospecting time during the day, but something that you can do in the admin time, maybe on a Saturday morning or a Sunday afternoon when the kids are taking naps, or when you've got some free time. Get in there, do some work on your website. Okay. We are talking about how to differentiate yourself in the market, how to make you stand out in a crowded and oversaturated market. You're going to have to stand out, and this website is one of the first things people are going to see to help you stand out. Okay. So now let's talk about engaging engaging visuals and interactive content. Y'all got notes and everything. Your brand, okay? Your brand isn't just a logo. Your brand is everything that goes along with you. That is your brand. So your brand as a real estate agent truly is the experience that you create. Now you can take it one step further, and this is not the content of this particular session, but think about how you go out during the day, how you dress during the day, how you present yourself in public during the day. Are you going to networking events? When you're at networking events, are you talking to people? That is your brand. Your brand is you wherever you go. Your online brand needs to express you accurately. Okay. So you need high quality headshots, high quality photography. Those things are non-negotiables. Gone are the days where you take a headshot. I mean, y'all, how many real estate agents do you see with headshots and then you meet them in person and they look nothing like the headshot? I'm telling you, I see real estate agents all the time and I meet them in person and I'm like, that is not at all what you look like online. You need to have high quality headshots, high quality videos. Those are non-negotiables. They're non-negotiables. Okay. Um, Tools like this, and I'll show you this. When you are building your listing marketing, when you're building your flyers, when you're building the things that express uh, your brand to the public, you need to make sure that you're creating stunning presentations, you're creating stunning flyers, that your lead conversion decks, the things that you're sharing with the public, they're all high quality, that they're super branded. And let me show you a couple of things. So this is the platform that I use. I use Canva for just about everything that I do when I build something. And again, I'm no graphic designer. I typically use Canva templates. I find one that I think I like, and then I roll with that. Okay. But I use Canva pretty much all the time. So if you look at this, if I share my screen again, let me share my screen again. I'll show you my Canva. So if I show you this Canva website, this is my Canva platform. Okay. So you see all the things that I'm designing here. And I want to make sure again that everything that I'm putting out is super high quality. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing, that I'm presenting to the public, is all super high quality. Okay. Some of my stuff is kind of crap, I agree. But again, I'm no graphic designer. But you need to ensure that everything that you're putting out is accurately representing your brand. Okay, accurately representing your brand. And I've got things in here just from just listed flyers, just sold flyers, myths about the market. I mean, you could do something like this: 3 myths about today's market. This is an easy template built into Canva that you can take and make it your own. This is a video, so you can take this post, you add your logos to it, add your real estate, your website to it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this tonight. I'm gonna do this one tonight. And I'm going to make sure that it accurately depicts what's going on in today's market. I'm going to add my logo. I'm going to add my picture, but this is a high quality piece that I can put out, and it's going to accurately represent my brand on Instagram or on a reel or something like that. Okay. So if you aren't using Canva, Canva is a free platform. You can use Canva for free. If you pay a little bit of money, you can get the Canva Pro account, and the Canva Pro account gives you access to more templates. It gives you access to more graphics, gives you access to some things that make the free content won't. Okay, and I don't think the pro account's not that expensive, so it's well worth. If you're not a graphic designer, you don't want to use the regular Canva, then I would suggest that you use the Canva Pro, because again, it's going to help you stand out, help you accurately represent your brand in what you're doing. So Canva is a super easy platform to use. And again, you see things like this is some of the coaching stuff that I've done where I build a little piece and then I can market that out. And again, all that stuff was built from templates. So if I were to look at maybe a social post, okay, if I just show you how to do it on Canva real quick. So I go here, let's say I'm going to do a Facebook post. Let's say I'm going to do a Facebook post. Let's see, real estate, luxury real estate marketing. Let's use this. So I get some templates over here on the side. I'll always, your picture is the most important thing. So if I wanted to go here, here's a real estate edition just about me. I can go to uploads. I find my picture here on the side, add my picture to it. Let's just add a picture. Okay. Move that over so there's no white showing. I can put my information here, a little something about me here, access to my site here, my phone number there, and then I just download it, and I save it, and then I post it. Okay, this is going to take me, depending on what I want to write and what I want this to express. This may take me 4 or 5 minutes to build. Okay, I download it, I share it, I go to chat. I may even take this picture, upload it to chat, and say, write me a great Facebook and Instagram post from a social media marketer's perspective. Write me a fantastic social media post for Facebook and Instagram that will accurately describe this picture. Chat will look at the picture. It will look at what you put in there. It will write your description. And if you put in there, do it, make this ad complete with hashtags. It'll even add your hashtags in there. Then you just copy and paste that into your social post and you go. No reason you couldn't do this every single day. No reason you couldn't do this every single day to, again, accurately describe your brand, help you stand out in a very crowded marketplace. Okay, so let's move on to social media. Let's talk about social media strategy and personal storytelling. Now, y'all, story sell. Any great salesperson is a fantastic storyteller. And when people hear really good storytellers, they engage with them. So if you can start to learn how to tell a story, there's all kinds of books. Don Miller wrote a book called The Power of the Story or something like that. I've got it on my shelf here. But learn how to tell a story. Learn the structure of a good story, because all good stories are constructed the same way. They're all structured the same way. Learn how to tell a story. Okay. Social media for you is a relationship building tool. It's not just a marketing platform. Social media is a way for you to bridge the trust gap. Because again, remember, people do business with us because they know us, they like us, and they trust us. Okay. So bridging the trust gap, getting over the trust gap, walking through the ditch of distrust, that's what you got to do. And you can use your social media platform as a vehicle to elicit trust. Okay. So there are 3 content pillars for you to remember and think about as you're making your social media posts. Okay. The 3 pillars are educational, promotional, and personal. So you want to have educational posts. You want to talk about the market, what's happening with mortgage rates, what's going on with and I haven't done this video yet, but there's a video that I need to do about the Redfin Rocket merger, right? There are educational posts, and you want to talk about numbers in the market, neighborhood statistics, how many months of inventory do we have? Where are people coming from that are buying in this neighborhood? That's a great post. Nobody does that. And I can show you how to build that information so that you can get on and do, hey, I'm talking about Wildwood here. Listen to this. Think about this. I do a video and I say, hey, good afternoon. My name's Aaron Dwyer. I'm a real estate agent with the Collective LPT Realty. And today I want to talk to you about a neighborhood. The neighborhood is Wildwood in Brentwood, Tennessee. Wildwood in Brentwood, Tennessee is located just off of Concord Road, very close to I-65. Now, the cool things about this Wildwood subdivision are X, X, and X. But in Wildwood, let me share with you some of the statistics for Wildwood. In the past 6 months, there have been X number of transactions. And of these 17 transactions in Wildwood, 6 of these people have moved from California, 4 are from the local area, and then you just give the information. And so you do an educational post, take about 90 seconds, 3.5, 4 minutes. You could post that video to your YouTube page. You could post that video to your Instagram Reels. You could post that video to Facebook Reels. You could put that in a Facebook post, share it on TikTok, complete with hashtags. Now you are starting to become an expert. I would become an expert almost immediately with that one video about why I be a Wildwood expert. And so when someone is searching for Wildwood, I put that on my Google My Business page. And when somebody's searching for that neighborhood, when somebody's searching for Brentwood, I'm going to pop up. And now I become an expert. Okay. And I don't do it consistently. I don't. Most of you don't do it consistently. But if we were to do something like that consistently, if you were to take your 2 or 3 neighborhood farms that you want to work, that you should have already identified as a real estate agent, and you should already be working that farm. But if you were to do a video once a month, once every other week, do a video about that farm, new transactions, new deals that are closing, where people are moving from, things happening at the school, you become an expert. That is the educational portion of that. Okay? Personal, we understand. Promotional, we understand. Now, if you want to build an engaged audience and convert followers into clients, if you want to bring them into your client base, your content must strike a balance between providing value and showcasing your business. So there's an 80-20 rule in Facebook marketing, and the 80-20 rule means that 80% of your content should be about educating, inspiring, and building connections. And only 20% should be promotions or sales-driven content. Now, I want you to take a minute and think about your Facebook posts. Think about your social media strategies. Are 80% of your posts educational, inspiring, and working to build connections? Or are 80% of your posts talking about, look at what I've sold, this is my second transaction of the day, this is what I do as a real estate agent, this is how I'm going to help you, right? Or is it that? 20% needs to be promotion and sales driven, and 80% needs to be educational, inspiring, and working on building connections. Okay? Moving on. Let's talk about this educational content. Okay? What is educational content? What does 80% of your social media content? Now, stop sharing the screen. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. What does 80%, what is of this 80%, okay? 40 to 50% of that 80% should be, half of that should be educational. Half of that, the other part of that 80% should be personal. Okay. So we're talking about educational content. The purpose of educational content is to establish yourself as a knowledgeable and trustworthy expert. When people see you as a resource, it helps to elicit trust. Okay. They're more likely to reach out to someone they believe can help them. Yes or no? If your car breaks down on the side of the road, you don't go to a flooring store. You go to a car dealership. You go to someplace that can fix your car. If you are the resource and have the knowledge and show that you have the knowledge, when someone needs a real estate assistance, when they need someone in the market, when they need someone to help them with a question or whatever, if you're viewed as a resource, they come to you. Okay, so here's some examples of educational content. I talked about this just a second ago, but let's. I want you to write these down. So some examples of educational content are this: market updates and trends. Okay, the latest market shift. What mortgage rates going up or down mean for buyers and sellers. If you don't know how the bond market affects mortgage rates, you're not a mortgage professional, but you should have some knowledge about how the bond market affects mortgage rates. You should know how a mortgage rate changing 1% up or 1% down, how that affects your potential clients' buying power. And you should be able to express that in a video. You should be able to express that in an infographic. You should be able to express that with some social media content. Okay, so that's educational. Home buying and selling tips is number 2. Home buying and selling tips, things like 5 things every first-time home buyer should know. 5 things every move up buyer should know. 5 things every first time second home buyer should know. Okay. 5 things you should know as a seller in today's market. 5 things you should know when your kids move out of the house and you're a new empty nester. Here are 5 things you should know before you sell your house. Educational. Neighborhood spotlights, we just talked about that. A neighborhood spotlight positions you as an expert immediately. Okay, positions you as an expert immediately. Real estate myths debunked. Understand that people are getting their information from where? They're watching CNN. They're watching the news. They're hearing it from their friends at the gym. They're hearing it from their friends at the nail salon. They are getting their real estate information from people who aren't in the real estate business. So some of your job in this business is to debunk the myth. You're the professional. I'm the professional. I should have the knowledge. You should have the knowledge to debunk those myths. Okay? And behind the scenes of a transaction. Take them behind the scenes of a transaction. Okay? It's something like what really happens once you go under contract. When you go under contract, now the fun begins. 5 things that you can count on going wrong after the house goes under contract. 5 things as a new home buyer that you will experience once you get your offer accepted. Okay? These things position you as experts. You become a resource. You become someone who people can look to help them with their transactions. Okay? Here are your best formats right now. Your best formats for doing this are TikTok videos, short little videos, 90-second Instagram reels or 90-second Facebook reels. You can give this information in 90 seconds. Y'all, I put an Instagram reel of my son coming home, walking a girl across the gym floor, and it's gotten over 80,000 views. I've never had a video get that many views. And I've done a lot of videos, and I've never had help. Probably every video I've done in the past has never gotten that many views. But I did a little Facebook reel about my son walking a girl across the gym floor with the song "Isn't She Lovely," and it gets more. I still get likes. I still get views, and this has been months ago. Okay, your videos are evergreen. They live forever. Once you get them out there and you do it the right way, okay, they live forever, and people will come back to them. They'll watch them again. They'll index them. They'll search them. Okay. So TikTok videos, Instagram reels, and Facebook reels. Okay. Carousel posts on Instagram. I would say that. LinkedIn, only in higher end markets. Instagram, carousel post. YouTube videos. YouTube videos are where it's at. YouTube is the most searched online platform on the internet. If you're not utilizing YouTube videos, you need to start. If you need some help with that, I can help you a little bit with that. I promise you, I'm not a YouTube expert. I do have 2 guys kind of in my fold who are YouTube experts. They built their entire business around YouTube. Okay. I've got a couple of books. They've written books. I'll make sure that you can get a book. They are YouTube experts. Matter of fact, if you go to my website on my affiliate page, you will see a link to one of those guys, Levi Lassick. Okay. He's a YouTube expert. And again, I talked about this a second ago, just a little bit ago, blog posts and newsletters. Blog posts and newsletters are phenomenal. Okay. Personal content, you're 30 to 40% of that presence, your personal content. Now, your personal content, this is the other part for you building trust and connection. Okay. People do business because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Trust is the hardest thing to build. You know this. It's the easiest thing to lose, but it's the hardest thing to build. So the purpose of your personal content is that people want to work with real humans. People want to work with real people. They want to work with people most like them. Okay. So not just a bot, not just a commodity, not just an agent. There are tons of those out there. People want to work with a human. They want to work with you because you are going to connect with them. Show your personality. Show what your interests are. Okay. These values, shared values, create deeper connections. So when you share your personal stories, when you share your personal insights, when you share what you do, Tatum, one of my team members, She shows stuff on her stuff all the time about being on the lake with her family, with her friends. People see that she is a family oriented person. And someone who's very family oriented that wants to live on the lake, wants to create that kind of life, they will automatically connect with her. If she does a good job promoting herself, they will connect with her because of a shared value, shared interest, and shared likes. Those shared likes, shared interests, and shared values create trust. So here's some examples of your personal content. You could do something like your story why you got in and why you got into real estate. Your client wins and testimonials. If you do a great job getting an offer accepted, if you have a really hard listing that you finally get under contract or finally get closed, that is a fantastic time to do a video. Shoot a video on your phone. Do an Instagram reel with your client. Say, look, what did you think about this win? What were your thoughts when you finally got it under contract? What are your thoughts today? Now that you have this check in your hand, what are you thinking today? Was it the same thing you were thinking 2 months ago when there weren't any showings on your property? Okay. Share those personal stories. Your daily life. I see this a lot. Again, Glenda Baker, Terry Tarver, Lindsay, a day in the life of a real estate agent. Day in the life. Here's what I do on a daily basis. This is me spilling coffee on myself. This is me having a flat tire. This is me getting locked out of a house. This is me breaking a hill, walking upstairs. This is me, whatever. Okay. You're going to show your personal, your daily life, something that happens in your daily life. Morning coffee, market updates. Here's what I do on a daily basis. I get up at 4:30. I do this. I do that. I do this. Okay. Your daily routines, your personal hobbies and interests. When you go to some place in Nashville, everybody loves Nashville. You go to some hot spot in Nashville, some new coffee shop in Nashville. You go to some cool restaurant in Nashville. Pull out your phone and do a video. Your spouse may hate it. The person you're on a date with may hate it. But pull out the video, pull out your phone, do a video, interview the waiter. Hey, this is us and whatever, and then post that. Okay. Family and community involvement. I think this is one of the most important things. Obviously, there's a downside of showing a lot of family stuff online. There's a lot of things that are going on out there in our world today that are unsavory and maybe a little unsafe. And so I want you to be cautious sharing a lot of kid information, a lot of kid video, a lot of kid pictures online. But you can show your family and community involvement. You can show that you're at a hockey tournament. You can show that you're on the lake on a boat and your kids are whatever. You can do some of those things, okay? You want to show your family and community involvement. If you're at a Lions Club or a BNI, you've got a charity that you're doing, you want to make sure that you're showing your family and community involvement to your followers, okay? Again, your best formats: Facebook and Instagram stories, Facebook and Instagram reels, okay? TikTok videos, live videos. Live videos are fantastic. You get on, you'll see mine. I'll do a live video from time to time where I'll just jump on and talk about something while I'm taking a walk. Okay. I'll do a live video while I'm on a golf course. I'll do a live video. Hey, I'm just out here, had this thought, wanted to share this with you. I'm in this neighborhood, just saw this house. Here's what I want you to think about. Okay. Live videos are really, really good. Okay. A day in a life could be a vlog post, a video like a blog. It's a vlog. So a day in a life, you can put that on YouTube. That could be a day in your life. You can just film a bunch of pieces together. Use a platform like CapCut. If you're not a video producer, use something like CapCut where you can just put the videos in there. You can put your transitions in there and do a day in your life. Okay. And then again, your selfie style post. Here's the cool thing about if you do a long form video. So let's say you do a long form video on YouTube and this YouTube video is 4 or 5 minutes long. You can't share a 4 or 5 minute video on most of these other platforms as a reel or a story. It's going to be broken down. There are AI platforms out there right now that you can load that long video into. It'll chop it up. It'll caption the videos, and then you can share those reels. I use one called Opus Pro, OPUS Pro. I think it's opuspro.io, and that's an AI platform. There's some better ones out there. Opus is one of the first ones I heard about. There probably are some better ones out there now. But it'll cut up those videos for you into short little videos, and then you can share that short form on your reels and your stories. Okay. All right. So promotional content, that last 20%, the last 20% of your content is promotional. And the purpose of the promotional content is to show your audience how they can work with you and why you are the right choice. Okay. This is where you're going to take all those people you connected with, right? You've gotten them kind of down the trust path a little bit. You're three-quarters of the way across the ditch of trust, or the ditch of distrust, I should say. You're three-quarters of the way across that. The promotional content, how you make it easy for them to work with you, what your value is as a professional will take them across the last 20%. It will move them across the last 20% and turn these people who are your followers, people that you're connected with in your relationships, people that have been engaging with you on all the things that you've been doing. This is where you turn them into clients. Okay. So here are your examples of your promotional content. Now, this should be easy for you. These are things that you see every other real estate agent do, because this is where they spend the lion's share of their time. This is where 90% of the agents do 90% of the same thing. Okay. They're going to do their just listed and just sold posts. Okay. This home sold in 5 days, sold over asking price. Are you ready to sell? Right. You see that all the time. Could be a thinking about buying, call me. Thinking about selling, call me. DM me, buyer, let's chat. Text buyer to your text code, because you should have a text code in your CRM as well as part of your marketing. A QR code. Click this QR code for a buyer presentation. Click this QR code for a home valuation. You can do all of those things. Okay. Exclusive offers and lead magnets. Okay. First time home buyer checklist. Scan the QR code for your first time home buyer checklist. If someone scans the code for your first time home buyer checklist, they are what? They are a lead. Okay. If someone scans the QR code on a video post that you've done, or in a blog post that you've done, or on a vlog post at the end screen that you've done on YouTube, and they click that QR code and you get their information, and that QR code sends them to a home valuation tool, they're clicking that for one of two reasons. One, they're just nosy, or two, they're going to sell at some point. That is a lead. Okay. Upcoming events and webinars. This is something I want to talk to you about. We've got about 13 minutes left in this call, and I've got a little bit more to do, but I want to talk to you about this. And let me see if I'm going to talk about this later, because this is something I want you to start thinking about. Home buyer seminars were a big thing 5 years ago. And people would get a mortgage company or a title company or a home inspector to help them pay for a space, and you would send on invitations, and you'd have little gifts that you would give out, and you would try to get people to get in their car and drive to you in this location to have a home buyer seminar. I will tell you, if you invite 100, 10 might show up. Might. Okay. If the wind's blowing, if there's a chance of rain, they're not coming. So in this day where things like this are available, things like Zoom are available, what if I had an online first-time home buyer seminar, and everybody that signs up for my first-time home buyer seminar, I'm going to discount my commission by 5%. Everybody that signs up in the next 24 hours for this first-time home buyer seminar, I'm going to discount my commission by 5%. I'm okay doing that. Everybody that signs up for this home buyer webinar in the next 24 hours, I'm going to give you a $50 gift card to Starbucks. I'm going to give whatever. I don't, whatever you want to say. Okay. And you do a home buyer seminar online, and you have 10 people, 15 people, 20 people sign up for home buyer seminar, and you do something like this, where you sit in front of your desk, sit in front of your camera, and you have a conversation with these 5, 10, 15, 20 people who are first-time home buyers who are interested in buying, and now you're sharing value with them. Every one of those people are now leads. You didn't have to rent a space. You didn't have to get a mortgage person to come in with you. You didn't have to get all dressed up and leave your house. I would say you get dressed up with makeup on, whatever you need to do, whatever you need to do to look really, really good. But you see what I'm saying? This is something that I'm starting to see trend quite a bit, that a lot of people are doing seminars online, and they're able to do these home buyer seminars. You might have a new home construction seminar. This is one that I think would be fantastic. I just had this idea just now. Is you find you a new home community in your neighborhood, because they're always giving incentives. They're always trying to get people in there. You go in there on a Wednesday, you go in there on a Thursday afternoon or a Wednesday afternoon because they're not busy, and you find that you go have the relationship first. You make the relationship, have the conversation, say, hey, would you be interested in joining me on a new home buyer presentation on Thursday night. And then on Thursday night, you go to the model home, you sit there in the model home with the new home agent, you're both on the screen, and you're presenting to 5, 10, 15, 20 people. Okay. Those are all leads. And it will be easy for you to do, even if you're working in this business part time, even if you're not doing it full time, it will be super easy for you to do to start to market a home buyer seminar, a new home buyer seminar, and have those leads in your system. So if you've not thought about that, I want you to think about that because again, this is a trend that's coming down the pike pretty fast. Okay. So as we finish up in this last 10 minutes, so here's how to implement this 80-20 rule. And this is where you need to take notes. You need to write this down, put this in your schedule. Now you can schedule these things now. If you don't have a Facebook business page, you need to get you a Facebook business page that you can schedule these things because you can schedule these things on your business page. You can plan out your week and all your social media posts, everything that you need to do. Okay. You can have all that planned out. So you're not having to do it every single day. You tag yourself in every one of these posts so that it then posts on your personal page as well. Okay. So here's an example of a content strategy for a week. On Monday, you're going to do an educational post. Okay. Your Monday educational post could be something like this: 3 things every seller should do before they list. Make it a Facebook reel. Okay. That's your Monday. Educational. Tuesday, personal. Your personal story, why I got into real estate. Do a live video. Why I got into real estate, especially if you're at a company where you have revenue share, you got a third stream of income or additional stream of income for recruiting agents. You telling your story as to why you got into real estate may resonate with somebody. You very well may pick up prospects and new agents that come join a company because of you, because of that video. Okay. Wednesday, again, write these down. Wednesday is educational. Market update. Here's what's happening in the market this week. Here's what's happening in the market this month. Here's what you can expect next month. Here's what's going on. Market update, educational. Thursday, promotional. Do a free home valuation. Okay. Do a story post. Have you a QR code in your post. You can put in there DM me, your hashtags, but you're going to do a promotional post and offer a free home valuation, the free home buyer seminar, an invite to the home buyer seminar. Use Eventbrite. Send them an invite to the home buyer seminar. Okay. Friday, your favorite local coffee shop. Go plan yourself a coffee date. Go to your favorite coffee shop. Go hang out on a Friday. Take your phone with you because you're going to, and film a little video while you're in there. This is my favorite coffee shop. Here's why it's my favorite coffee shop. Here's my favorite barista, Aaron. And I want Aaron to tell you why he works here, why he thinks this is the best coffee shop around. What makes your coffee shop different? Okay. Saturday, again, educational. Why interest rates matter. What are the contributing factors to interest rates going up or down? What does a 1% interest rate change mean to your buying power? Are you thinking about selling, but you don't know how to get out of your 3% rate and going to 7 just makes you uncomfortable? Here are 3 things that you should think about for that 4% difference in interest rate. Sunday, promotional. Okay. Open house alert. I'm at an open house. If you're not doing open houses, if you don't have enough leads and clients, if you don't have enough real estate transactions going on right now, find someone in your office, find someone who would let you go work at an open house, find you some vacant properties around you where the listing agent's being lazy and not doing an open house, and ask them, hey, I see this property is vacant. Do you mind if I hold an open house there on Sunday? And then do your live video. Hey, I'm at 620 Lingering Way, and I'm at this beautiful property in Millstone in Hendersonville. I'm going to be here from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Let me show you a couple of things about this house, but I want you to come see it in person because this video is not going to do it justice. Okay. You do that on a Sunday. Now, here's a pro tip for you. And I fight this because I think I've been told I sound really salesy a lot of times. If your content is all sales all the time, people are going to tune you out. If they know your content is salesy, they're going to tune you out. Because if they're not ready to buy, they don't need someone to sell them anything. They only need someone to sell them something when they're ready to buy. So by balancing your educational, personal, and promotional content, you're going to build a brand that attracts a following, okay, and that it is easily and naturally moves them across that ditch of distrust into becoming a lead or a real estate client. Okay, you're not going to have to chase. If you do this correctly and you do this persistently and you do this consistently, you're not going to have to chase people. Understand, if you pay Zillow $10,000 a month, they're pulling leads from the same place that you're going to be able to work in for free. It's just going to cost you time. They're pulling their lead list from Facebook. They're pulling their lead list from Google pay-per-click ads. They're pulling their leads from the same pool of people that you work in. They've just gotten really good at being able to pull those people off the internet and get them into a list. And then they sell the names off that list to you. But those names and those lists already exist on your social feeds. They already exist out there. You just have to do a better job. You just have to become more attractive to them to attract them to you. Does that make sense? Okay. So, thoughts. Which area, all areas, which area do you think your content needs the most improvement? Do you need to start? Do you need to figure out how to become a market expert? Do you need to study real tracks more? Do you need to study your MLS more? Do you need to have a better idea of what affects mortgage rates? Do you need to have some more conversations with your lending professionals? Not just, hey, can you pay me money? But hey, explain to me how a 1% mortgage rate, a 1% interest rate difference affects my buyer's buying power. Tell me how I can have a conversation with my sellers when they're sitting at a 3% mortgage rate on their current mortgage, and I need to get them to a 6.5 or a 7 to get them to sell and to buy something else. How can I bridge that gap? Those are conversations that you need to have. Okay. Your best platforms right now are Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. And your Google My Business page. Don't forget your Google My Business page. Everything that you put on any of these four, anything that you put on Instagram needs to be on your Google My Business page. Anything that you put on Facebook needs to be on your Google My Business page. Anything that you put on YouTube needs to be on your Google My Business page. Anything that you put on TikTok needs to be on your Google My Business page. Again, YouTube and Google My Business are driving the organic search traffic. That's what Google uses to rank you higher. That's how you become a neighborhood expert. That's how you become somebody people can find easier. What's that word? Easier. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. This is on your own. We would have done this in person or done this interactively, I'm just gonna let you do this on your own. I want you to draft your personal brand story. Okay. In 3 sentences, what is your personal brand story? Who best do you serve? What market do you best serve? What clients do you best serve? What kind of clients are you looking for? Okay, in 3 sentences. And if you have a hard time, go to ChatGPT and say, I need to write a 3-sentence personal brand story. What things should I be thinking about? Let ChatGPT jog your memory. Then you write information in that and say, out of what I've just written, from a social media marketer's perspective or a branding expert perspective, write for me a personal brand statement, no more than 3 sentences. Okay, bam, done. There's your guiding factor. There's your personal brand. Everything needs to be in relation and an offshoot. That personal brand's in the middle, and everything's an offshoot of that. Everything funnels back to your personal brand. Okay. Now we're out of time. So here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to think. Okay. Consistency, persistent consistency changes the world. Small, seemingly inconsequential things done over time make enormous impacts. Small, seemingly inconsequential things done over time, done consistently over time, make enormous impacts, both in a positive nature and a negative nature. But we're going to stay on the positive side of the fence. Okay. Your audience needs 7 to 10 touches. They need 7 to 10 touches from you before you're going to get them across the ditch of distrust. Before you can get them from knowing you, liking you, and getting them to trust you and do business with you, they need 7 to 10 touch points before they're going to make a decision to work with you. Okay? Your brand needs to be consistent across everything. Your Facebook page needs to look like your Instagram page. Your Instagram page needs to look like your Google My Business page. Your website and your website colors, your website pictures need to mirror, mimic, and be consistent with your other social media platforms. Okay? Things that you can use to schedule your post. I mentioned this earlier. If you get a Facebook business page or an Instagram business page, it has a scheduling tool, and you can schedule your post for the week, the lion's share of your post for the week. Okay. You can schedule 2 or 3 posts a day. You can schedule an educational, a promotional, whatever. You can go ahead and schedule those out 3 or 4 or 5 days in advance so you can get that stuff off your plate. You can spend some time on Sunday night, an hour or 2 on Sunday night, sitting there before you go to bed, build your social media content, load that into your scheduler, and then it'll post it for you. Okay. Make sure that your Facebook pages and your Instagram pages are connected. Make sure those 2 things are connected so that you can post on one and it's going to post to the other one. Okay. Again, keep your branding aligned, website, social, and presentations. And then, so that's that. That was a power pack. This is a really, really valuable business planning session, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this is something that if you'll take some of these concepts and run with these concepts, you will increase your lead count. You will increase your lead flow. You're going to be able to stop chasing people, okay, and start attracting people. Stop chasing, start attracting. Okay, I need to implement this myself. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to do this myself. And I'm going to start doing this from a coaching standpoint and also from a real estate standpoint and start attracting people to my brand. Okay, so that's that. I hope you enjoyed this. Go back and watch this as many times as you want to. Obviously, I'm going to post this at a couple of places. So wherever you get your content from me, make sure you check this out. But have a great night. Have a great week. And we'll see you next month for another business strategy session. And then I think in 2 weeks is our mindset session. So make sure you plan to attend the mindset session. Y'all, this needs to be on your calendar. The content that you just got tonight, somebody else would charge you $500 to get this content. Okay? What you learned tonight, what you can implement tonight could change your business if you will be persistently consistent. Okay? It'll change your business. All right. Have a great night. Talk to y'all later. Bye.